Blake Lively jokes she is wearing a pair of 16-year-old Chanel shoes, demonstrating her hoarding tendencies. Blake Lively is displaying a scorching pair of Chanel shoes that she took from the vaults of her closet. The former Gossip Girl recently made fun of her vast shoe collection while commemorating the debut of her firm Betty Booz's newest line of iced tea products and their introduction to a new store. On Tuesday, September 30th, Lively, 38, posted on Instagram to express gratitude to her partners at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits for carrying the beverages in its retail locations, which are mostly in Florida and California. She also gave credit to the designers of her colorful costume, which included everything from the jewelry to the shoes and the lacy two-piece set. She said, "A huge thank you to Adeliza World for making me feel so pampered strawberry, folded hands, smiling face with hearts. And thanks to Mariotash for the adorable earrings and the brave and kind of particulars at NYC for having the best taste in vintage jewelry, ring pictured." She pointed out her Chanel shoes and said that she had owned them for more than 10 years, in addition to highlighting the stylists and designers that created the ensemble. "Given credit to my hoarding tendencies, I have had these stunning Chanel shoes since 2009. The red broderie peplum top by Elie Saab, which cost $1,170, was worn by the Simple Favor actress. She wore it with the corresponding palazzo pants in broderie anglaise. The ensemble was finished with Lively's vintage red patent leather strass buckle heels from Chanel. Meyer lemonade and passion fruit vodka iced teas were introduced earlier this year by Lively's beverage company. Lively paid tribute to all of the team members who worked on the product on Tuesday, September 30th on Instagram, stating that each one of them worked so hard and so individually on every single taste and also every piece of design. She commented, "We feel very pleased and thankful to be able to share it with you and see that you love them too. We are so grateful for your excitement and support. It makes all of the effort worthwhile." In an earlier interview with People, Lively discussed the debut and how her Southern heritage inspired her to develop the flavored teas. In June, the actress and businesswoman told People, "I'm from a Southern background, so iced tea is a mainstay, especially in the summertime. Tea with fresh lemonade, passion fruit tea, and sweet tea all evoke feelings of calm and relaxation. For me, sipping iced tea is both a sensation and an experience." In 2021, Lively first introduced her Betty Buzz brand with sparkling mixers. In 2023, she expanded into tequila and bourbon drinks under the Betty Booze brand. "Drinking isn't my thing," Lively stated on Instagram when she announced the launch in 2023. "But flavor is, for heaven's sake. Homemade recipes," I added, "actual fruit, actual components, good alcohol, no nonsense, a time saver as well. That's why I actually did it." Blake Lively's playful confession about wearing her 16-year-old Chanel heels is far more than a trivial fashion moment. It is a story layered with meaning, cultural resonance, and strategic branding. In an era when celebrity style is often synonymous with excess and constant novelty, Lively's choice to proudly wear and showcase a vintage piece challenges assumptions about luxury, consumption, and what it means to be fashionable in the 21st century. By openly referring to herself as a hoarder of beautiful things, she reframes what could have been dismissed as mere attachment into a celebration of longevity, memory, and the timelessness of quality craftsmanship. These Chanel shoes, first acquired in 2009, are more than leather and fabric. They are a reminder that true luxury is not about fleeting trends, but about items that transcend time. In a culture increasingly concerned with sustainability and conscious consumption, Lively's casual admission resonates with a generation rethinking fashion's throwaway culture. Many young consumers are shifting toward vintage, secondhand, or reworn fashion, and her willingness to spotlight this aspect of her wardrobe connects her more authentically with today's audience. Instead of flaunting the latest, she celebrates the enduring. That alone is powerful. But this anecdote did not exist in isolation. It was carefully woven into a larger narrative, the promotion of her Betty Booze iced tea line. By using humor, relatability, and style, Lively turned routine product update into a cultural conversation about identity, heritage, lifestyle, and authenticity. Instead of delivering a sterile corporate announcement, she brought her fans into her personal world, her closet, her sense of humor, her gratitude for designers, and her acknowledgement of a supportive team. The effect is seamless. Her shoes become more than shoes. They become an entry point into her brand story. This illustrates the power of modern celebrity entrepreneurship. Today's audiences don't simply buy products. They buy into stories, values, and personalities. Lively, who has consistently cultivated an image of elegance blended with warmth and relatability, has mastered this balance. While some stars lean heavily into aspirational luxury or raw authenticity, Lively finds a way to merge the two. She is glamorous but approachable, stylish yet funny, refined yet playful. That duality gives her unique staying power as both an actress and a businesswoman. When she discusses iced tea inspired by her southern roots, she deepens this connection. Suddenly, the beverage isn't just another entry in a crowded market. It becomes a reflection of childhood memories, summer traditions, and cultural heritage. Iced tea, as Lively reminds us, is not simply a drink. It is an experience, a comfort, a ritual tied to relaxation and family gatherings. By anchoring her brand in that emotional landscape, she ensures that Betty Boo's appeals not just to taste buds, but to nostalgia and identity. This is a powerful differentiator in a space dominated by countless ready-to-drink beverages. Her branding also reveals a subtle genius. She separates herself personally from alcohol consumption. Drinking isn't my thing, while still embracing the flavor, craft, and culture of beverages. This allows her to build credibility as a taste-driven entrepreneur without alienating those who, like her, may not be heavy drinkers. It shows foresight and inclusivity, acknowledging different lifestyle choices while still positioning her company as a leader in flavor innovation. At the same time, this entire story, the shoes, the outfit, the gratitude posts, the brand shout-outs, demonstrates how carefully curated yet seemingly spontaneous celebrity messaging has become. To the casual observer, Lively is simply sharing an Instagram post, thanking designers, joking about her shoes, and highlighting her drink. But from a branding perspective, it is a textbook example of integrated marketing through storytelling. She seamlessly connects personal identity, the shoes, cultural resonance, Southern iced tea, and consumer product promotion, Betty Boo's. The result feels natural, not forced, because it is rooted in her real experiences. On a cultural level, this also reflects the evolving role of celebrities in business. Unlike past eras where stars were spokespeople for brands, today's A-listers often become founders and visionaries, building empires that extend beyond their artistic careers. Blake Lively's trajectory mirrors that of stars like Rihanna, Fenty Beauty, George Clooney, Casamigos, and Dwayne Johnson, Terramana Tequila. Yet her approach is distinctly her own, less about creating mass luxury or macho branding, and more about crafting a thoughtful, artisanal product line tied to family values and flavor exploration. This gives her brand a softer, more personal appeal. The choice to highlight her vintage Chanel heels during this moment adds yet another layer. Fashion, after all, is not just an accessory to her story, but a key component of her personal brand. Lively has long been admired for her style, often designing her own red carpet looks without a stylist, and consistently making headlines for her sartorial choices. By incorporating her shoes into this product reveal, she ensures that the narrative appeals not just to beverage enthusiasts, but also to fashion media, lifestyle journalists, and social media audiences who thrive on style inspiration. It's a clever way of widening the story's reach while staying true to her identity. Moreover, this anecdote subtly aligns with larger cultural conversations about sustainability and mindful consumption. Luxury items that last over a decade highlight the contrast with fast fashion's disposability. In an industry grappling with environmental accountability, Lively's unintentional endorsement of quality over quantity carries weight. While she framed it as humor about hoarding, it actually reinforces the idea that buying well-made, timeless items and keeping them can be both chic and responsible. Critically, one might ask whether such stories are authentic moments or carefully orchestrated PR. The truth likely lies somewhere in between. Celebrities like Lively understand the value of humanizing themselves, sharing imperfections, humor, and personal quirks to deepen audience loyalty. At the same time, they operate within industries where media coverage is essential, and every detail can be leveraged to extend brand visibility. In this sense, her Instagram post operates on dual levels, a genuine reflection of her personality and a strategic move to support her business. Looking forward, the implications for Lively's career and brand are promising. By continuing to blend fashion nostalgia with entrepreneurial ventures, she positions herself as not just an actress-turned-businesswoman, but as a cultural tastemaker who understands the pulse of modern consumers. As Betty Boo's expands, her ability to tie products to personal stories, whether through heritage, humor, or fashion, will remain central to her success. In the end, what makes this story remarkable is its simplicity. A pair of shoes, a can of iced tea, a joke about hoarding. Yet from these small details emerges a multifaceted narrative about identity, sustainability, branding, and cultural meaning. It reminds us that in the hands of a skilled storyteller like Blake Lively, even the most ordinary objects, a vintage heel or a refreshing drink, can become symbols of something larger, enduring style, authentic connection, and entrepreneurial vision.